Slovakia's Prime Minister Robert Fico emerges from immediate danger, remains in intensive care. Amidst a climate of heightened concern and international attention, Slovakia's Deputy Prime Minister Robert Kalinak has provided an update on the condition of Prime Minister Robert Fico, who was critically injured in a shooting incident on Wednesday. Positive prognosis, intensive care ongoing. According to Kalinak, Fico has emerged from the immediate threat to his life, but his condition remains serious and necessitates intensive care. We can consider his condition stable with a positive prognosis, Kalinak said outside the hospital in Banska Bystrica, where Fico is receiving treatment. Gunshot wounds, critical surgery. Fico, 59, was shot 4 times while walking to greet supporters after a government meeting in Handlova on Wednesday. The wounds included 2 light, 1 medium, and 1 serious injury. Kalinak noted that if one of the shots had been slightly higher, it would have struck Fico's liver. Fico underwent a 5-hour surgery on Wednesday and a second operation on Friday. Suspect charged, pre-trial detention ordered. The suspected gunman, identified as 71-year-old former security guard and amateur poet Cintula, has been charged with attempted premeditated murder and placed in pre-trial detention by a special penal court on Saturday. Prosecutors expressed concerns that he may attempt to flee or commit further crimes, leading to the detention order. The suspect has the right to appeal the order to the Supreme Court. Heightened security, international condemnation. The courthouse in Pezinok, where the suspect is being held, was guarded by heavily armed officers wearing balaclavas. News media were barred from entering the courthouse, and reporters were kept behind a gate outside. The shooting has drawn international condemnation, as it marks the first major assassination attempt on a European political leader in over 2 decades. Political divisions, concerns for Slovakia's course. Fico, a veteran populist politician, has been a divisive figure in Slovakia and internationally. His return to power in 2018 on a pro-Russia, anti-US platform raised concerns among EU and NATO members. Critics have expressed alarm over his government's moves to replace the country's public broadcaster with an entity potentially susceptible to political influence. Implications for Slovakia's EU ties. Fico's government has also been criticized for closing down a special prosecutor's office focused on high-level corruption. This action has raised concerns within the EU, which could potentially freeze funding allocated to Slovakia. Further controversy has arisen from legislation that would label civil society groups receiving more than €5,000 in international funding as organizations with foreign support, a move that has triggered worries in the EU and among NGOs. Slovakia's support for Ukraine halted. At the outset of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, Slovakia emerged as one of Ukraine's staunchest supporters. However, upon returning to power, Fico halted arms deliveries to Ukraine, a move that further fueled concerns about Slovakia's direction under his leadership. International Newswire contributions. This report incorporates contributions from Agence France Presse, the Associated Press, and Reuters.